Look. You had the guest on. The guest is talking about slavery.
Well, you're talking about Dr. Richard Marksbury?
That's exactly right, okay? Now,
Okay.
Bender has written, or Binder, whatever.
Bender.
Bender has written articles about the monument. Look, the other monuments, other three monuments, Jefferson Davis, the Liberty Monument, and the Beauregard Monument, I don't care about those monuments, okay? I care about the Robert E. Lee Monument, and I've cared about this for well over 2 years before Wynton Marsalis, the mayor, whoever, okay? Mm-hmm. What I find offensive about it and why it has to come down,
mm-hmm.
I look at a map of the United States pre-Civil War, during the Civil War. I see where it says the United States of America, and below that it says the Confederate States of America. That is an enemy country. Robert E. Lee, on that plaque on the monument, that 60-foot pedestal, that enemy general, okay, it says Commander-in-Chief, Confederate States of America. He is an enemy general. I don't want the monument to be taken on to New Orleans. I don't want the monument to be taken to Mississippi. I want that monument taken down from that prominent location in New Orleans, okay? It was put up there in the wake of the post-Reconstruction era. By these Confederate children of the Confederacy. What a rotten heritage that is.
So you're against them relocating them to Jefferson Parish?
I certainly am.
And what do you feel? How do you feel about Confederate flag beads being thrown at Mardi Gras parades?
You got idiots who are going to flow. People throw dog turds.
Yeah, I caught a Book of Mormon once. Yes, they throw stuff that's stuck in their pantry. All kinds of stuff. Agreed on something, James. Dr. Richard Marksbury has called back, our prior guest from the first hour. Dr. Richard, are you on the air?
I am.
And I think you want to clarify something along the lines of what you heard from the callers for John Bender.
Yeah, I do. Perhaps people could get insight into Robert E. Lee. People want to trash him and bash him immediately, see what kind of a person he is and was. It's hard to imagine, anybody being a finer human being in a sense than him. Yes, he owned slaves, but so did George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and Madison and Jackson, et cetera. The Arlington Cemetery, where all of our veterans are buried, is the Robert E. Lee Arlington Memorial Park because that's his house. Robert E. Lee was put on a United States postage stamp. And these people that call him a traitor, and some people go out there, I've listened to other historians that say, well, they're traitors and we haven't honored anybody that's fought against the United States government. Not true. We just launched the USS Red Cloud nuclear carrier last summer. Red Cloud, the warrior, Sioux warrior who fought against the United States. Geronimo, Cochise, honored on U.S. stamps, colleges named after them, counties named after them. We have Fort Lee in Virginia, one of the largest Army forts in the United States of America. So, it bothers me that when people show their total and thorough ignorance of something. I'm not supporting slavery. Nobody's supporting slavery. What a stupid thing to even say. But you look at something throughout somebody's entire life. Civil War was fought for 4 years. Robert E. Lee lived until he was, I think, 62. So you don't judge somebody on 4 years. You just don't do that. And if people would take the time to learn about these people, they would understand the difference. Charles Gruyere is considered the father of Louisiana history. He has a monument on Esplanade Avenue. Charles Gruyere was born in Boré Plantation, which is now Audubon Park. Family owned slaves. He owned slaves. He almost used his entire fortune to support the Confederacy. Yet he's honored with the statue. But most people don't know that. So are we going to tear down the statue to the father of Louisiana history because he owned slaves and supported the Confederacy? It will never stop.
Yeah, you're right. Well, look, Dr. Richard Marksbury, Glenn, we're glad you called back in to
clarify.
And look, no problem.